So today I'm going to try to give you a quick video over just some different little ways where you can have your kids answer questions. Sometimes kids don't want to write the answers on the paper, so some kids may need to do it, just tell you the answers. There's just many different ways that they can do them. You can even get like one of those little tape recorders. And if your child isn't a very good writer, or they struggle with writing, or just get really frustrated with writing a story, just get a tape recorder out and have them verbally tell you the story that they came up with. But anyhow, here are just some alternatives. These are some things that my girls, some ways that they like to answer questions occasionally. Have a little chalkboard. Actually, this one is for their doll, because their doll does school. But they just have a little chalkboard. So sometimes they'll put their answers on that. Sometimes they'll use just a dry erase board. And these are those glow slates, for those of you that are a little bit older. These things are really neat. It's kind of like what came out before the boogie boards. You just, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can take your fingernail or anything and just draw or write, and then it just lifts up. You need to have two hands though, and kind of erases it. But the Dollar General store still has these for $1. You can also get just these little clear, dry erase pocket things where you can put their worksheets in there, and just give them different colored dry erase markers for them to answer. Do that. Another thing that we like to do for a spelling test is we've had this sock beanbag thing for about 3 years. I just took an old sock, filled it with some regular pinto beans, and we've had this for 3 years now at least. But how we'll do that, and we call it spelling baseball because we use it for spelling, but you can use it for math, grammar, anything really. But the way we do it is I'm the pitcher, so I'll have this first, and then my children, they are the batters. So they're at one point, and then I pitch in the ball and I ask them a question. I'll ask them how to spell a word, or if you want to do it for math, you can ask them 7 times 6 or some kind of math problem. If they get it right, they throw it back to you, and then they run to first base. If they get it wrong, it's strike one. Then they try again, or you can give them another problem. And anyway, it's just baseball, but just with spelling words or math facts. Or you could even ask them. You can even do it for grammar, like for younger kids. You could say the word table. Is table a noun or a verb? You could do it like that. But another thing that we've done in the past, there's many different things we've done in the past as they've grown up, but the only other thing I can remember off the top of my head is when my oldest was learning her alphabet, the sounds they made, I had taken cards. I took 26 cards, and on each card I wrote a letter, like A, B, and so on. And I kind of taped them to the floor in a circle, and then I played music, and my child ran around the circle. You might want to make it bigger so they wouldn't get too dizzy. But anyway, she ran around the circle, and whenever the music stopped, whatever letter her foot was closest to, she had to say what sound that letter made. So we done that, and we've also done that with math too. Like I had index cards with math, and for example, I wrote like 6 times 6, but I had a bunch of cards. They were all taped to the floor, and then she would go around. Her and her sister would go around, and when the music stopped, whatever card they was closest to, if it said 6 times 6, she'd have to say that answer, 36. And if she was right, 36 would be on the back of the card. If she was right, the card would get put up, and then she'd continue it until all the cards were gone. Sometimes I would have the answer on the top, so I'd have 36. And if she stopped on that number, then she'd have to say what equaled 36 with multiplication. So at that point, it would have been like 9 times 4, 6 times 6. It would have been things that she had already learned up to that point. Another thing that they've liked doing is just running circles, not necessarily around anything, but just running circles with music playing, and then whenever the music stops, I will just ask them random questions. It can just be a combination of anything. It can be questions off of a worksheet. It can just be math or grammar or spelling or, who was the 40th president, things like that, just random things. And so they enjoy that, and it's good for them too, and they get exercise. But anyway, I just thought I would share some little fun ways to get kids motivated to answer some questions. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.